All right. I see recording on my end. I see recording on your end. Are we ready to proceed?
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm going to throw shade if I can't get paid.
Oh, man.
Shut up, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm free to believe, and my speech is blown. And you need to receive if you leave it wrong. It's what you want now. The plan is started, so listen to Sam and Marcus. Say hardcore truths with a special contrast. Cause it's the Illegal Opinions Podcast.
Welcome back to the Illegal Opinions Podcast, the last place for real talk. Listen with an open mind or leave mad. The choice is yours. See how I changed that up there?
Yeah.
Hey, you like that, right? It's like, nah, don't just come.
It sounds like going to an amusement park and you're going through like the little cave on a ride.
Right.
The guy's trying to get your attention, shake you up a little bit.
Yeah, we got to make sure that they're ready,
Anyway. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm ready.
Anyway, I'm your host, Sam Ridley, the man you love to hate.
Sam, you get on my
Monet
last nerve.
It's all good, though. Here with my man, 100 grand, Marcus Palmer, man. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
See you repping the good Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
you know
there weren't very many good ones. Maybe just this one.
1, 2,
2,
and 4.
You gonna give it to 4?
I like Jurassic World. I do. Okay. I mean, nothing's gonna compare to the originals, but it was a good movie. I'll give it to them for bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? That one, the last one, the last 5 minutes are good, and the rest of that movie is garbage. So, yeah.
I'm not sure if I like is that the one with the kids going back to I'm sorry, I'm describing all of the movies.
No, the last one, they were like, we got to save the dinosaurs that we wanted to get rid of before, and it was blowing up and all of that, and
oh yeah, I remember that one.
Then the rich white people.
Wait, is that the one with my man from the Marvel movies?
I don't know.
Damn it!
I don't know. This is the one where the white people, the rich white people, took the dinosaurs to a mansion to sell them around the world.
Oh yeah, that was okay. That was the second Jurassic World.
Yes, Fallen Kingdom.
Right,
that's the one.
Right.
So
yeah,
they tried. They tried. But yeah, man, we back. Once again, thank you to all the people in the group that keep us lit, keep us going. Thank you to all of our regular listeners, our new listeners, the ones that didn't hold anything against us when they heard the first 3 and was like, this is what it is, while we were still finding our tone.
Yes,
but
okay.
Yeah, man,
Welcome
it's
back.
all good. We back in our bag. I feel good today. I feel like some shit's going down.
Yeah, man, I feel pretty good. You know, it's kind of weird. I was thinking about it. I was up late last night, right? Not doing anything special, just fucking off. Probably got like 4 hours of sleep, right?
You're sitting up in your room on some brandy shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. It's just one of them days.
So, I woke up this morning at like, whatever, I don't know, say it was 7 o'clock, right? Got like 4 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. And you dropped out?
In my drop top? Oh, man, it's too bad there weren't like any 90s or 2000s battles over the week that we could talk about.
Nah, just the murder of a black man named Nelly. So tired of these black murders not being reported.
Nelly Riley. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, yeah.
You were sitting up at 7 o'clock on the dot. You wasn't cruising the street or nothing, but you felt
it was not in my drop top. So I get up, but I feel great, right? And I don't, which was odd because they say, getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Some people think it should be a little more than that.
Right.
But I'm feeling fucking fantastic. Got 4 hours of sleep.
That happens. I do that sometimes.
Man, I wonder if that takes time off your life. Like, if you get a day like today where you didn't sleep enough, it was like, okay, click.
Oh, you're going to die early, but that's not
2
the
years,
point.
Okay.
2 years, yeah.
Just
2 years, eh?
Just 2 years.
Yeah, it's weird. I've done that, but I think what it is if you come off of a weekend and you've gotten good sleep, you start your week and you're already like good on rest. So if you miss a night, it don't hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do that shit 2 nights in a row. Like, you're gonna die.
Wake up dead.
Yeah, like that ain't gonna be a good look. So try and stay up. Try and stay up on that, man. My weekend wasn't too eventful. I went down. Everybody knows from me talking about it that I'm still doing the reserves, but I got one more left, and I retire next month, man. 20
That's
years.
Right. 20 years in.
Man, I'm grateful and I'm glad. Like I'm really ready to be done. Like it's such a weird thing. Like another episode, I really want to get into that whole military thing when we have a guest on about it. And I want to do that after I retire. Like,
talk that shit then.
Yeah, talk that shit later. Like, let me get my green card, and then we'll go ahead and have that conversation. They hit me up the day before and be like, "Hey, so I listened to Sam and Marcus, and I left mad."
Like you're done. So you feel left mad, right?
I'm done.
So you feel like you're done. You're not gonna miss the like what they say about people that have been doing something for so long. They miss the camaraderie of it. They miss the routine of it, having somewhere to go. Well, you got a job. Never mind.
Yeah, I got a job. So like the camaraderie of it isn't going anywhere because I still have those friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, we met in the military. So it's not lost on me the camaraderie and how to do the camaraderie. But because I was active duty for 15 years and then went to the reserves, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't give me that old thing back that I had. So it's time to move on. It's time to move on.
I feel you, man. I mean, there are a lot of people go in the military, they spend, 10 years or 12 or 14 years in, and then they hit the button prematurely, in my opinion. Why not stay in and get everything you earned, basically?
Right. Yeah. Like, and that's how I felt, because a part of me was like, man, I just don't want to do this anymore. But after you come so far in a task, it's like, I got to finish. However finishing looks, I need to complete it for me. Because you punched a little early, but...
I'm still in. Oh, well, never mind. I shouldn't say that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of, sort of. But I
got 1 foot in, just in case shit don't work out.
I got you. But you know what? Like, think about the end when me and you was in. Like, that was in the military. Neither of us are doing that. I came to a point, and I'm not saying this to say anything about the military, where the military didn't define me anymore.
Right.
And I knew I was something else without it. That's an amazingly powerful feeling that is hard to get back. It really is. So, but we're going to get into that, man. We're going to get into that. How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was good, man. I was pretty low key. I didn't do much. Watched a lot of TV. Read a lot of books. Well, I didn't read a lot of books. I read a lot of one book. And I did what a lot of other people did over the weekend, which was I watched The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan / Chicago Bulls documentary. And as much as I loved it, and it was probably the best sports documentary I've ever seen, like that kind of series that was that behind the scenes, because we didn't know what we were gonna see, because we've seen the Michael Jordan Bulls shit over and over and over again. Like, how much could they have that we hadn't seen or heard? And there was a lot.
Right.
And I appreciate that. But I am so fucking glad it's over.
Why? I thought you was looking forward to it.
I was looking forward to it. I'm glad that it turned out the way it did, and it was great. But I'm tired of motherfuckers all of a sudden now going out into their lives, and people on radio shows or television shows or podcasts saying they have this Michael Jordan mentality, like they're trying to compare themselves to Michael Jordan and what the fuck that team did and who those players were and the shit that they went through. And you're trying to talk about your fucking college league or your fucking 3-on-3 street basketball shit, and you have the mentality of a fucking all-time fucking the best basketball player ever that played with some of the best, played against the best talent ever, and you're trying to fucking psychoanalyze Steve Kerr and what he was going through, and fucking, Michael. So you waited this whole fucking time to see Michael Jordan talk some real shit. By the time he comes out, sits in a chair, talks that shit that he wants to say, you go the next fucking day and psychoanalyze what the fuck you think he really meant. So you motherfuckers that are doing that, you don't fucking deserve it. Delete it off your DVRs. Don't watch it again. You don't deserve to sit there and watch them go through that shit and talk shit like that just for you to go the next day on your little fucking radio show or your TV show and then dilute and then change the story about what the fuck actually happened. I can't stand that shit. Like, why the fuck would you do that? My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'd like to know how you feel about it.
That was a great documentary.
Thought it was cool, you know.
MJ is the GOAT.
It was something I enjoyed. That's what I'm here for. When Marcus get fired up like that,
I just don't like. I'm watching it though because we don't talk about a lot about sports here. But
yeah.
I'm watching it. But people are like giving Scottie Pippen shit for him having a hurt back.
Right.
Nigga, do you know how bad a back spasm is? And you're playing against world-class fucking athletes?
And everybody
Who the fuck are you?
But that's been my gripe with sports fan. There's only a few people I'll talk sports to. And the reason is I'll be listening to them and I'm like, you can't do what they're doing at all. And I
not
get,
even
yeah,
fucking close.
Just because I don't box doesn't mean I can't talk about boxing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's cats that be like, man, if I was on the court, as soon as you say that, if I was on the court, if you was on the court with Michael Jordan, you get laughed up out of there. If you was on the court with Scottie Pippen, you're going to get laughed up out of there. So what are you saying when you start with that whole, I can't believe you, like, shut up.
It's like you sit around waiting for it to happen. 2 weeks actually it's more like 3 weeks. 3 weeks is building up. The Last Dance is coming out. So people talked about the shit every day. So for the next 5 weeks, this shit came and went, and it was a topic of discussion every fucking week, every day.
Yeah.
With people, they've been waiting for this shit for years. That knew that was coming out. Only for it to happen, just to go the next day and say, that's not what he really meant when he said that. How are you going to tell these people that have won championships? Fucking rings.
But you got to think about it. There's a shortage of content right now. So all of these places
that's their fault.
Well, no, but there's no sports for these places to talk about. So, because there's another Michael Jordan documentary on its way out, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, there's another one coming out behind this that they've already
Space Jam 2?
Well, no, what they're gonna do is play Game 6 in high definition, and there's gonna be new angles and footage that you didn't see before. Yeah. So they're milking this thing for everything that it's worth now. You know what I'm saying? So and it's because there's a drought. So when the people, and we talked about this, the podcasts, the shows whose content is centered around other people doing stuff, there's nothing for them to go to. So now they're gonna milk this.
Whack people, man.
I know we hate it. We hate it. So what they're doing is they can take one sentence out of that Michael Jordan doc and turn it into 30 minutes of content on their platform. That's why we touched it and left. Y'all, I hear y'all. I respect y'all that are like, yo, I wish y'all would talk about sports more. And like Marcus said, there's a bunch of other platforms doing that, but they're doing it badly right now. I don't want to do it a disservice when it's already been talked about for 90 other hours of content elsewhere. Like, we're not doing it. You're not gonna come in and get that. Like, I'm just not.
I don't mind other ex-professional athletes talking about what they think was going on in a huddle.
That's right? Yeah, that's different.
I don't mind that. Talking about game plan, I don't mind that. I don't mind you saying something about if Michael Jordan said something and you're like, yeah, when he said this, I feel like I understand what he meant.
Yeah.
When he said this. But the whole, you were never a fucking real athlete, my nigga. You were a fucking high school, fucking a college fucking bench rider, and you think because you had a fucking microphone in your face that you can go out there and start talking shit about, well, I think Steve Kerr was a pussy, and who punches Michael Jordan in the chest? I would have dove all over Michael. Really,
no, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have.
Right.
It's the same. Like, I'm hiding behind a computer, so I'm gonna talk shit to these people in the comment section. It's the exact same thing, bro. It's the exact same thing. None of them are gonna do that, trying to be hard stuff. None of them.
It's just so whack, man. It's just keep it fucking real, man. Just keep it real. You don't gotta do that.
They hard, man.
You don't got to, but you don't have to go out of your way.
They think they're hard.
You're going out of your way to say what you would do and what you think Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant and and Luke, like you trying to. Oh, I don't think Tony Kukoc was happy. Look at him. Do you fucking know Tony Kukoc?
Hey,
Shut
man,
the fuck up.
You're not gonna get them to convince themselves that they not right in that situation when they sitting there in the barbershop talking hard and they think that they just the greatest to ever do it that never did it. They some bar spitters.
Hey, man, that was.
They light skin, but they're still a dog.
Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that to Drake. Don't do that to Drake. Don't do
truck
that to Drake.
To the plane, to the truck. Why not, man? Shout out to Drizzy, man.
I know you don't. I know you joke a lot about Drake, but I know you're not like a Drake hater.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
They're out there. They're out there.
Well, they're out there. I don't. I understand it, but it's wrong. It's wrong.
Okay, explain. You understand?
Okay, what I mean by that is Drake does it to himself sometimes when you hear like a Tootsie slide.
Yeah.
Or,
but I get that song.
Well, I get it, but look, just like
I get what it's for.
It's not for us, for one. It's for what is it, TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, just like any other artist, if all I ever hear of you is what's on the radio, I'm probably gonna have a biased opinion about it and might hate it because I'm listening to one, the radio cut, and two, the song that radio likes to play. So it's very rarely the shit that's really your shit. I got hip to Drake before what was it? So Far Gone, the mixtape. It was a mixtape, but they ended up making it an album.
And it was So Far. It was October's Very Own. I think that, and then So Far Gone. I'm not sure.
Okay,
it's one of those.
The first track I heard of Drake was this track called "Do What You Do," and it was on a mixtape. And I was like, "Who is this cat?" That was the first thing I said. And it was back when mixtapes would do that shit where they go, "Damn, son, where'd you find this?" You remember that shit?
Dat Pits.
Like the track would drop and you hear Wayne like light up his joint and then somebody would go, "Holy shit, who's this?"
Put that shit out. Wait a minute.
And it would make you go, "Yeah, who is this?" You know what I'm saying? So
you can't smoke in here. Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yo, this cat is cold. I don't know who he is, but I like what he's doing. And then his rap was vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Thank Me Later came out. In the intro, Fireworks with Alicia Keys, I was like, I'm in for whatever he want to talk about on the rest of this album. That's an intro. But
talking that shit.
But that wasn't what they hear on the radio is Drake going, "Baby, you're my everything. You all I ever wanted. You get," and that track went hard too. But it makes him sound super soft. Drake will give you bars on a track. The Chicago freestyle on the joint he just dropped, and I know on the last joint I said, remember we talked about it. I was like, I didn't even finish the album because it didn't flow to me. But I do understand that he put it out knowing there's something else coming out behind it.
Yeah.
He put some bars on that joint. That one and the track with the Song Cry beat behind it.
Yeah, I can't
remember. He is talking to y'all niggas on the end of that track. Like, if y'all hating on Drake, you don't listen to him. You're listening for beats. And that's where I get mad at people that just don't listen to lyrics. I'm like, man, you're not listening for nothing.
You
don't want nobody to talk to you.
No, but that's one reason why I do like Drake is because of there's never been another rapper that's been that vulnerable on a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Besides maybe like Joe Budden, because he used to get into like his, deep, dark, emotionally, open type of shit. But
every now and then,
you don't get a lot. Yeah, but you don't hear a lot of that from a rapper. And from a rapper of Drake's status, for him to still give you vulnerable, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I felt the way about her ass. Fuck y'all niggas. And I'm gonna put it on the record, and this is how I feel. But then he will also give you 4 a.m. in Calabasas.
0 to 100.
He'll give you that. And that's my point. Like, okay, think about Scorpion, right? I have not yet gotten through side B of Scorpion because that is not the Drake I listen to.
Yes, I had a hard time getting through Scorpion. I
listened to like those first 10 songs. You could take, and I'll put this shit on. I'll put some money on it. You could take any 4 of those songs off of side A of Scorpion, any 4 songs, and put them against most people's albums that are coming out today.
And you'll probably crush him. Yeah, you're right.
Outside of Kendrick and J. Cole,
yeah,
you gotta kill everybody else with 4 songs of real rapping shit. Not like, not this fucking trap rap, not mumble rap. I mean, talking that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he puts words together crazy, but people don't give him credit for it. And he gets more shit for, like, if he uses a line or a flow off of somebody else's track. Like he did Eminem on the Chicago freestyle. But I do know one thing, though. And people was like, there he goes stealing. And I'm like, y'all call it homage with everybody else.
Yeah, when Jay was doing it.
No, and yeah, when Jay was doing it, it was cool until somebody put a compilation together. And I'm like, you're going to go through and make a 20-minute compilation out of just 10 albums worth of music and be like, he steals everything. Shut up.
Right. That's a lot. That's
like, shut up. And don't get me wrong. There is, I do remember when Drake took like a big chunk of Rappin' Forte's joint. And I felt a way about it, but it was still hot. And
I wanted to fuck with Lil Brother.
Yes. No, Rappin' Forte, not Lil Brother. He fucked with Lil Brother. He got a track with Lil Brother too, matter of fact. And he brings up Fonte. That's my favorite rapper. Everybody know that. So I'm like, he does definitely pay homage to these people. And people got to stop trying to say everybody is stealing when it's clearly paying homage.
It's stealing when you just want to find a reason to not like somebody. Like we want to find a reason to like find something in the armor. Like it was a big deal that the track that somebody wrote for the reference track for a rap song that he took from Nobody, and then the whole Meat Mill thing started. Do people know how many rappers do that? There are like fucking 15 people in the studio.
Yes.
When they're making a song.
Matter of fact, like we talking about Drake being vulnerable, right? Do you remember when they killed him for being in the studio with his phone in his hand?
Right.
And he was like off the top, you feel me? But you could see him holding his phone. Yeah. When we talking about vulnerable, he knew they could see that phone. He knew he was being recorded.
Right. He's not an idiot, man.
He's not an idiot. And more to the point, like if y'all think that when Drake did that, when Jay-Z did that freestyle, where he was like Martin and Malcolm and like going in, like that was a freestyle by the sense of I'm gonna do it when I get to the radio station.
Yeah,
because it was on a later album of his.
Right.
You know you can't land the ring, starting stops in your chain. You Malcolm X'd out, get distracted by screams. I was like, yo,
there's money out there. Shout out the title.
Jay was going in.
Yeah.
And I remember being in my car when I heard that, and I was like, he just destroyed the rap game. Malcolm X'd out, get distracted by screams? Get your hand out my jeans? I was like, yo. So now when Drake comes up, and Drake wants to pay homage to any of those rappers, but regardless of how you feel, he's the biggest rapper in the world.
Probably ever. I mean,
he sold more records than Jay.
When it comes down to it.
Or Eminem, I want to say.
When it comes down to it, we don't have to stay here.
Yeah, we don't have to stay here.
He went up against, the whole thing with him and Pusha T came out.
Right.
Right? It became a beef, and Pusha T throws his kid out there in the song and becomes the deal. And I remember I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a couple months ago, and we started talking about this shit again about who won that. And I'm like, I don't know who won, but I wouldn't say Pusha T won. No. And they're like, why? I said, because Push dropped an album right after that, and nobody cares.
He has one song on that album that I will ride to the day I die, but one. If you know, you know. Have you heard? You know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That shit goes super hard. That's one of the hardest tracks I had heard. I was like, thank you, Kanye. Now go back to being crazy. Like
when you've beaten the biggest rapper in the world, you don't go back to the closet. Like you should still be hot. We ain't heard nothing from Pusha since then.
He's out of here.
Meanwhile, Drake dropped Scorpion and it does whatever it does.
Something stupid.
I mean, anyway.
It did something real stupid.
It's okay, man. Everybody that says they hate Drake, they sing his songs. So
yes. Well, all right, I'll ask you this and we can move on to something. Like when Drake dropped this song and he said Baby Mama Fluke.
Yeah.
And everybody lost their mind. How did you take that line? Did you take that as him dissing her?
I just think he was saying it was a fluke that I had a kid.
Thank
like
you.
that.
Thank you. I just wanted to see. This is why I fucks with Marcus Palmer, y'all. Because most people heard that line and immediately was like, how you gonna disrespect a woman and call every time we mention a woman and don't put queen in it, we're not disrespecting a female. You know what I'm saying? Baby mama fluke, but she is who she is, or however he said it. Like, I'm not even gonna try. Like, all he was saying was, I was not trying to get her pregnant.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. That was. I'm sorry, but that was a mistake. Like, that was not what we were trying to get. Well, that might have been her intention, but that was not my intention.
I beat Raw. Russet had a mashed potato. Hey, that's what it is.
Got me drunk, took advantage of me.
You're right. So, like, I'm like, and then people tried to make it seem like that was him saying that his kid was a bastard child. Any of that. Drake is not. That's not a reflection on him as a father at all. Man, y'all are getting ladies. Y'all are getting nutty in by much lesser men than Drake. Okay.
Oh yeah. So y'all letting all kinds of whack niggas shoot the club up. So let's relax on
y'all hating on Future. Drake. Oh my God, he's got so many baby moms. Like, you work at Radley's. Like, shut up. Can we please stop? Like, we don't know what's going on over there. So yeah, it's wild, man.
Fries in the business.
It's wild. You over there, you got a kid. You're not with the baby's father anymore, and then you know you still judging other men that want to come date you based off what you're seeing out there in the rap game. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts. You ever dated a female with kids?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I'm not a fan, but I mean,
you're not a fan.
Whoever's doing it, I mean, good on you, bro. Like, if you're, I'll say it. I'm trying to. I'll say it like this. I'm trying not to offend anybody out there.
Speak your mind. This is what I just took from the way you answered it. The way you answered it was you went to a place with that experience that you had, and immediately came back like, nope.
I haven't been back there in a while. And I was like, shit, this is what's over here. So I would. It depends on who you are as a man and where you are in your life. That I think should go into your decision making on whether or not you're going to see a woman that has kids or not. And I mean kids. I don't mean a kid. I mean multiple of them motherfuckers.
So one is fine? Is that what you're saying?
I think one is cool because one doesn't require as much time as, more than that.
Time away from you. Time
for us to be together. I mean, whatever that is, like whatever that looks like. Time for her free time. You know women that got kids.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And the kids and the father's not around, right?
Yeah.
Just break it down. How much free time do you think a woman has that has 2 or 3 kids?
Not a lot. Right, I know women that have like 4.
Oh,
and,
shit, yeah.
Depending on how they're stair-stepped, of course, yes, that's definitely going to play into how much time you get with them. But
yeah.
Like, we gotta break it down and categorize it. Like, let's have a deeper dive here. Are we talking a female that you're just trying to go ahead and smash? Are we talking about a female that you are genuinely interested in? Like, you enjoy her conversation and personality? Because there's a few of them out there.
I think I would. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they got a few kids by they have a great personality to keep a guy around to keep popping that thing. You know what I mean? So I think it's different. If I'm are we talking about we're single? Like single man, no kids.
Right.
All right. Single, no kids. If I'm a single dude, no kids, I would fuck with a woman that had kids because I got time. Right? But I'm sorry, what I mean by fuck with is I would go through there and we would cut.
Okay. All right. I was wondering, like,
kick it a little bit, but I'm not finna main you because I like the time that it takes for me to wait for you to give me the green light to come through. I could be doing some other shit.
But see, you still sound like it's just a chick you trying to smash. Like when you say it like that.
No, that's what I mean. If I'm just if we just fucking around.
Okay, yeah. Okay, if you just
if we just fucking around, I
don't have time for that.
No, I ain't got time for that. If we just fucking around, I ain't got time for that. As a matter of fact, if you trying to date me, I ain't got time for that. Because if I'm single and I don't have the same kind of attachments that you do in your life, which I'm not saying anything negative about at all,
Right.
But you don't have the time I need for my lady and me to be together. You have responsibilities, and not only that, but you got to take into account the type of father that is or isn't around. Also,
well, yeah, like that other dude is gonna be a factor. Like if y'all choose to take it further, you gotta like. Is he nuts? Is he gonna trip because like does he still miss the pussy? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he the type that's gonna be, oh well, who this new dude around my kid?
Yeah,
and that's and check it out. I respect that,
and I respect that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you just don't know what you could get the dude that. Oh, you got something going on? All right, I'm gonna come through and get the kids. He might dap you up on the way out. Y'all have a good time. I know that pussy good. He might be that guy. Take the kids over the weekend and y'all kick it. But if I had to guess, I would think that most times if the guy's around, you're getting the other cat.
Yeah. Yeah, the cat that's like, I'm not feeling this, and he got like feeling away, like trying to assert dominance. Like there's a lot of factors in it. And let me say this to
the kids are in the house.
Let me say this to the ladies that are listening right now. We're not saying that because you got kids, you're undateable. At least I'm not.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm saying that like depending on what he's looking for and whether or not he's honest with you about it, that's why some of y'all be having the experiences that you're having. I think.
I'm just saying, like if I was straight up single, no kids, I would fuck around with a girl that had kids, but like the time that it's going to take for us to get to a place where I feel like
I love you and your kids.
I have to neglect. I don't want you to neglect your kids in order to fuck with me, but I have to neglect a bunch of other shit, and I have to sit around. I have to be ready for you to call me to come over.
Yeah, that's always a horrible feeling. Like you know, you had the ones that's like, I'm gonna hit you up when they go to sleep. So now you're just chilling at the crib, 10 o'clock, 10:30. You're like, God damn, when is this kid going to bed? And then they hit you up, be like, hey, you still up?
It's like
barely.
11:17. Like shit. I guess.
And look, and then this is where I'll hear my female friends that get their face cracked when they realize that the cookie ain't as good as they thought it was. Because at 11, he don't want to drive over there. No. And I'm like, yo, that's because any dude that's really on his grown man shit that really likes you, that's not enough to keep him. It's just not. It's not like, and it could be good. But that don't mean it's gonna be enough to keep that whole vibe going. You know what I'm saying? So, but okay, you have a kid though.
Like around 10, yeah.
You have a kid though, so like
I understand the patience, and I've been the guy that it's just me and my son. You know what I'm saying? Like the quote unquote single dad thing going on, right? Mm-hmm. And so me and my son, I'm working fucking 10 hours a day. I'm dropping him off at daycare at 7, picking him up at 6. Then after that shit, going home, getting him fed, ready for bed. Hopefully he goes to bed when I need him to. Most times they don't.
Yeah.
So
that's always a toss up.
I'm up at fucking midnight making his breakfast and lunch for school the next day.
Right. Yeah. So
I haven't even eaten yet.
That hope she can
cook. I understand how you can be tired. I understand what that could do to you. That could wear you down. So me being me, having a kid and going through that, I understand the time it takes to get your house in order before you try to muster up the energy, get some gusto to call fucking Leonard over and shit. Right. So I get that part. But since I know what that feels like and what that looks like, if I was a single guy, I'm not gonna do that. I just couldn't. Because I'm waiting around on you, right? I'm waiting around on you, and then it's 11:30. If I had other bitches, I mean,
and if we're not exclusive and we're just at that dating stage, it's a possibility. So at that point, it becomes an availability thing. Like who's showing me at this juncture, they also have time for me. Yeah. So it's just a matchup thing. Like if both of us got kids and it's like, yo, I get it. Or you're just that awesome of a chick that I'm willing to deal with the fact that you got 4 kids at the crib.
Right.
And that's rare. That's real rare. That's real. Like I remember I remember, and this was like back when we was in Langley, a chick that had 3 kids. And have 3 kids back when we was that young is wild. First off.
Hell yeah.
That was wild, right? And I remember I didn't have kids. I was a single dude in the dorms. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking to myself, oh, this ain't bad. It ain't never been an issue. Me and her had been talking for like a month, and it was never an issue. But then I had to think about why it wasn't an issue. And it was because she had one that was old enough to open and unlock the door, but they also had a cousin that lived over there. So she could just bounce. Or we'd see each other on the late night. Oh yeah, come through, come scoop me. So the kids were never an issue until that cousin left. Now all of a sudden, I'm all the way on the back burner. And ladies, don't get me wrong, that's where I should be.
Yeah.
Because and I'm the type that, as much as it's cool, you know, yeah, you let me come over and whatnot, I'm also wary of the chick that lets you meet her kids fast. That's weird to me too. So there's a balance there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. If I was a single dude, no kids,
it's a balance there.
It's just too much shit going on.
Yeah,
I just don't have to deal with it as a dude. I mean, if you want to get a babysitter every now and then, we go out, we kick, I show you a good time, take you back to the pad. You know what I'm saying? Get that thing cracking.
Spullets. Yep.
And then you go back home, then that's cool. But if you want a relationship and you want me to act like, because if you want a relationship from me, that means you're depending on me to be there when you call me.
Yes.
You have different responsibilities and things and different things that are important to you than I do at that time.
Normally, if you're getting put in that spot, they're looking for somebody to replace daddy too. Like it's always a package deal. It has, and really, it should be. If you want it to be long term, if you just in it for the Volvo, cool. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Your kids go where your kids go.
Yeah.
When it's time for me to pop the hood, boom, I'm in there, and I'm back out of there, and you go back and be mom. But that's why I say a lot of people aren't honest about what it is that they're trying to do when they get in these situations. Or, and this has happened to me, you find yourself, damn, she got a bunch of kids, but y'all keep kicking it. And then you start catching feelings for her. Now it's like, well, shit, what do I do?
And then Christmas come around.
Yeah. Everybody's getting a composition book. Like, and that's it.
Oh, wow.
Write your mama poem in this.
Haiku.
Write your mama. Work on your haikus and paragraphs. Indent. And make sure you indent.
Write your mama haiku.
Yeah, like, so it's a different mindset. It just depends on what it is that you're looking for. And ladies, you got to make it very, very clear up front. Because I know there's some single moms out there that just want the same thing the dude wants, but you don't want to come off like a hoe.
Just say it, man.
Just say it. Just say it. Like, what does it matter if this strange dude that you're trying to smash be like, oh, man, she out there. There's another dude that's going to do it, I promise.
Yes. If that shit will happen to you maybe once.
Yeah, maybe.
You're not going to fucking strike out. Trust me.
No, we'll strike out. Because we're not allowed to tell a female, I just want to hit the Volvo real quick.
Yeah.
If you don't know why we calling it a Volvo, you need to catch up on old episodes. So yeah, if a dude comes at you like that and it's just like, yo, I'm really just trying to see what's up with that thing, he's out of here.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, he's
but
out.
Ladies, you can do that.
You're allowed to. Y'all are 100% allowed to disrespect us, and we'll probably take it. I hate to say that. I feel gross. I feel gross.
She run up on you. What's up with that meat department? I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know it was in the grocery. Oh, you talking about my dick?
Yep.
I don't know. Let me think about it. Today?
Yeah. That is the time that the Me Too movement stops.
Today?
It stops, boy. Yeah. So, but nobody likes to be on the back burner, regardless of whether you male, female, got kids or not. So I just think it turns in. Yeah, nobody wants to be there.
It's like I wouldn't want to be with a woman that wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I need some ambition.
I need some ambition out of a woman.
Like, we all got shit that we need to be doing. You need to be doing some shit too. I need to be doing shit too. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm too. Like, I think I said on the pod, I had 4 jobs before this pandemic thing hit.
Yeah.
I can't stand. I'm a gamer and I hate sitting on the couch too long. I've stopped in the middle of a match and be like, I'm lazy as fuck right now, and like we'll get up and go do something. I can't be emotionally satisfied by a female that's sitting on her ass all day. I cannot.
Yeah. I just can't stand hearing that though. Like, oh well, I'm just trying to work my way into a place where I could just be at home and just taking care of the kids. And I'm like, well, by the time like how much taking care of the kids is there to do after them niggas turn like 12?
You know what that's code for, right? Well, I just want to be able to stay home and take care of the kids. That bitch got an OnlyFans page.
Oh.
That's what that means. She trying to go ahead and pop it real quick and make her some change. That's what that is.
At least that's a job, I guess. What the fuck?
Is it though? Well, it is. It is. I know some females making bread.
You gotta put this on your taxes or not?
I don't know if they do. We're gonna have to find one. Like, I know some females that do it, but not enough to like talk to them about it. You know what I'm saying?
OnlyFans and churches not paying taxes around this bitch.
If you was a female, would you do it?
What kind of female? What's my situation? What's going on in my life right now? You gotta give me a backstory, my nigga.
Okay, all right. You're in college. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Look, we're gonna go with the classic trope because this is what they do. Okay. I'm trying to be a registered nurse. That's always the one
for a real nigga though.
RN.
RN.
Pop it for RN.
Oh, well, that was a mistake, man. I'm glad you caught that.
Oh shit! You making my Rona act up.
Sorry.
So maybe that's what the RN stand for. And
real nigga.
It ain't even registered nurse.
Oh shit! That would be great, man.
All right, yeah. So you in school for something. And you running out of teachers' aid. You don't want to be in debt, but everybody telling you bad. You know, you a female, one of your homegirls be like, "Yo, you should do an OnlyFans page." You know?
Okay. I would have to find out how much money she made. Like, I need to do some research first. Like, how much are y'all making on this OnlyFans? Because
man, they out there making bread.
If they're making, it would have to be a lot of money because the internet is forever, right? And just like all these women were on OnlyFans and they were all fine with being on, they were actually promoting them being on OnlyFans until that shit got leaked.
Yeah. And then they was upset about it. But it's like, you can't be upset. Like, even if, whether it got leaked or not, you're up there. And I know it's a bunch of them clips that just end up on like Pornhub, XTube, whatever anyway. So once you do that, you got to know that it's there. So let's say you're young, you're 19, your body is banging, you're trying to cash in on that, and you got no shame. Like, you're not worried about anybody seeing it. When you turn 28 and you got a dude and a kid, and then somebody finds that clip and is like, "Yo, this look like Keisha."
It's different.
Are you gonna go? Do you have the personality type to be like, "Yeah, that was me. I was young. I did it." Like what?
No,
some people are like that. Though. Some people are like that. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? So if you are that way, go get your money. Why not?
I think if you are that way, you should just go to porn. You'll make more money.
Well, no.
If you don't care about being seen and making money, then go. If you are concerned about what your image may look like 5 or 10 years from now, don't do that shit for fucking $75 a night.
Well, okay. What I mean is, all right, if you go into the porn industry and like Mia Khalifa, she hates the fact that she did porn. I'm thankful for it. But
the rapper?
Nah, not Wiz, Mia. She rolled up all right, them draws in the corner. When she did porn and she regretted it and she got jerked. I want to say, look, she got jerked.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
I see where this one's going.
Mm-hmm.
Like she did porn and she said that she regrets it because overall I think she made like a total of like 20 grand. And but we saw
idiot, then.
Well, no, I'm telling. Just like when we hear people in the music industry say they got jerked on a contract, like it happens on OnlyFans. If you're real good at it, you can make some bread. I read an article where this chick said before Corona, she was already pulling in about $55K a month on her OnlyFans. When the Rona hit and people was indoors, she made about 90.
I don't get that. I don't understand it because there's two things. There are two factors. There's the fact that I know that eventually, more sooner than later, someone I know is going to see that shit. And it's going to be a problem. Number one. Number two, who the fuck is paying for OnlyFans?
Well, okay, one, all right, I'm going to go to both of your points. One, you're assuming there's somebody that gives a shit if somebody sees it. All right? So if they don't have like that part of them that is like, all right, I don't want nobody to see me doing this ratchet stuff, then what they got to lose? They're going to go ahead and do their thing.
Right.
All right. Number two, I bought some OnlyFans before. And the reason I did was I was like, you know what? I've spent $7 on stupider shit. So if I'm...
What, $7?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't... The ones... I was about to call them bitch. The russets that's up there that want like...
You already said the bitches.
These OnlyFans russets. The ones that's up there and they want like $20, $40 a month. I don't get the ones like that are making a lot of money. If I see a clip of yours on Pornhub and like, I know I got a couple of particular tastes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the women that's like, that were doing a thing like in the library or like going out somewhere in public and playing with that thing. I like that shit. I don't know why. I'm a freak. I understand I'm the nasty one on the podcast. So if I see a clip and I'm like, oh, she got an OnlyFans, I'll check it out for $7 because, and I'm gonna say this for the people that don't really know how OnlyFans works.
Yeah, please once
you subscribe, you click the button, you give them their little $7. I done spent $7 on a sandwich. I'm like, if I can nut all month, this is great. Let's say you join a page today. I see you judging me. Go for it. I can see you now, nigga. So let me get this out. So anyway,
yeah, go ahead.
I know I do feel seen. You get on their OnlyFans page, and before you join, you can see how many videos they have already. You don't know what they are because you got to pay for it. But one of them that I joined, she already had 160 videos for $7. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see what they are. Fire page, and as soon as you click subscribe, you can also click unsubscribe right away. And what that does is you have it for 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, they won't bill you again. So for 30 days, I can see everything you got. Cool. I'm done. I'm out of there.
Right.
And I mean, she had a fire page. I got a different one and I got cussed out. By the girl.
She cussed you out. I mean,
well, I gave her an illegal opinion.
Oh shit.
Hey man, this ain't just for the pod. Like, I guess I am who I am. But all heroes don't wear capes. I'm a hero.
Give it up.
I'm an absolute hero. Now, what was you about to ask? I'm gonna give it up.
I don't know if I can remember. So okay,
right,
that's what I asked. So when you're in there, well, I guess when that file came out, I'm going through the videos, right?
The file. Oh, the leak. You're talking about the leak.
When the leak came out.
Right.
So I'm going through the files, doing my research for the podcast, and I'm like, this is just a bunch of motherfuckers playing with themselves. Every now and then you see one that was, they were in a sexual situation.
Mm-hmm.
Had maybe
a dude over.
There was one girl that was giving it up crazy. She was just like sucking dick, dude, nothing, like, give it to me.
Okay.
All over her face, sucking it out. She was legit. Okay, but anyway,
I wouldn't pay for that. But like I said, this is the thing about OnlyFans. Everybody different. Everybody look for something different, right?
So, do you pay them while you're in there? Okay, you pay the $7 to get in there.
That's
so
it.
There's no like tokens, nothing like that.
Yeah, you can tip them, and I ain't doing none of that shit. Like, if I pay for it, I want to see what you got up there. $7, $7. You got my $7. That's it. But dudes be in there tricking, and then they'll upsell you. Like, they'll hit you in the inbox and be like, I got a full-on video of me and somebody else. Like you said, you see a lot of them by themselves. So now you can pay for that one video from her and upsell. I don't do none of that. I do the one, I'm in there, let me see what you got. So, the girl that got pissed off at me, because I did that one was fire, and I can't remember the name of that one, and it was a chick named Miss B Nasty. God damn it. Check that shit.
Miss B Nasty.
That her page, she was like playing with herself in the dentist office, dog. Like in the waiting room. I was like, that's bold as fuck. I gotta see what you're doing else. Like, for real. That's some OxyClean. Well, is there more? Like, I need to know. So I know the women is like, I don't hear this shit. So let me get to the point. The girl that got pissed off. A partner of mine sent me a video of a girl, and she just like dabbed on the Volvo. You know what I'm saying? Didn't put nothing in, just touched it, and it came off with that stringy wet. Good Lord, whoo! It came off with the wet. I was like, okay, I got to see what else she doing.
Right.
I go to her page. She running a special, bruh. $4.
Okay.
I was like, for what I just saw in that little clip, this got to be some fire.
Right. That little discount.
Go to her page. It says she had like 50 videos. I was like, all right, bet. Every one of them 50 videos was like another 2-second clip.
Oh.
Of her doing absolutely nothing. It was like, yo, I hope y'all like. I was like, I don't. What am I gonna do in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
What am I do?
You see $4 and there's 50 videos that took her a day to shoot.
She could do that like right now. Like right now. Like I probably took her longer to change draws. So I was like, yo, this is whack. And I looked in one of the comment sections and she had the nerve to be like, I wish I was getting love like all these other chicks I see up here. And another dude was like, yo, you got no content. Content is king. We talk about that up for us, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, you got nothing. Like I joined because of something I saw on Twitter and I got here and it was nothing. And all I put was that motherfucker spit. So she tags me back.
Not that pussy.
And that won't it, right? And she was like, well, I need more engagement to put something up. I need y'all to know that ain't how this works. I don't care what it is. Like if I meet a chick at a club, I need to see some sort of potential in our conversation before I invest. Right. I'm not talking about the sex shit. I'm just saying like in anything in life, nobody's investing without seeing some potential. So why am I going to upsell or do any of your upsell things or wait for you to put some content out on a promise? No, I'm not waiting around for that. So the next day, she went live because they can go live inside of their shit after you subscribe to it.
Yeah.
And I saw like my phone beeped on me or whatever and was like, such and such is going live. I was busy. I don't have time to do this right now. So about 10 minutes later, me and you was doing something with the pod, matter of fact.
Okay.
And 10 minutes later, I was like, let me see what she over here doing. So I cut my phone on and the live is over. It ended.
You watch it though, right?
It ended. No, it was gone. Those lives don't stay. Oh no, I take that back. It was up there. I take that back. It was up there. So I go check it out, and she just sitting there with a shirt on,
waiting,
and was like, "I need some more people to come in." And I looked at it from the time that my phone told me she went live to when she got off. She got off in 4 minutes because I guess only 2 people showed up, and she was pissed off. So she left.
You gotta get up in there, man.
She didn't do nothing. I guarantee people saw that she was in a shirt and like a thumbnail and was like, "No, I'm cool."
She was waiting on you. You and the rest of y'all $4 niggas.
So $4 niggas. So right behind that, she makes a post talking about tried to go live for y'all and give you some content, but y'all ain't show up. So all I put was, this is the most trash ass OnlyFans page on the planet. Right? And I logged all the way out. I didn't wait for a reply because it didn't matter. I was like, I'm not coming back here. Like this club is trash. Fast forward to like yesterday, because this was like last week, and I get up there just to see what's cracking, and she got like a written paragraph on her page where she is like, if you don't like what I'm doing, you don't have to stay here.
You ain't want to see my titties.
You don't like me.
That's like the equivalent to, check this out. Okay. Check this out. So you know how whack you gotta be for dudes not to want to tune in to watch you play with yourself? That wasn't the question.
Because at this point, I don't like your personality either.
Yeah.
And now I'm really all the way at it. I'm a dude that needs to like who you are. Like I don't care if you're naked. I really don't. I need to kind of enjoy you.
This is like one of those situations where we were talking about before. Women, you too can talk yourselves out of some dick.
Let them know.
Easy.
Let them know. They don't. I don't think women realize that.
They don't understand that they can talk themselves out of some dick.
Men, we talk ourselves out of some pussy all the time.
All the time.
Ladies, it is 100% possible for y'all to say too much, and us be like, you know what? This is either dramatic, whack, or childish, and I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Yeah. If you getting like the rapid fire messages and shit, like like up, like you're on the runway, you're about to take off to go get some ass.
Yep.
And you getting these text messages as you go down the runway. Like,
I put my wheels back down.
Go back to the tarmac.
Yep.
You know what? We gonna park this bitch.
Had that motherfucker bringing you in. Like, nope.
Wave you in
over here. Bring it back in.
Yo, yes.
Fire marshal get you up out of there.
I've heard so many stories about that though, where a guy is like, man, she keep asking me to fuck, but I don't want to. And my question as a guy is always like, why don't you want to? Like, she's trying to give it to you. Why don't you want it? And it's because, man, she's too needy. She's too irritating would be a word. So I won't say aggressive, but like just too irritating about the shit. Like,
it could be aggressive depending on what you like.
It's
thirsty.
Well, I'm thinking about the situation. Oh, are you calling these women out here thirsty, my dude?
It's very possible for a woman to be thirsty too.
The
thing is, women are
reserved for.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be reserved for us, right? It's supposed to be, but there's a point where it passes. I can tell she's into me, and it goes, why does she need some dick so bad? Guys have these thoughts too. We give it up on this pod, man. Like, y'all be acting like we don't be telling y'all about dudes, man.
Trying to tell you what's up.
I want some respect on my name, like Antonio Tarver. Like, come on now. I'm really, for real. We y'all can do that too. And it's rare because a lot of times, haven't you been like, man, she annoying, but I do want some.
Yeah.
You know.
But then the annoying one is the one that you fuck around with, and then when it's time for you to leave, she's like, you don't want to stay over and just lay here with me? Like, no, the whole bedroom smell like makeup.
Yeah.
Off me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
and boy, like they closing these Victoria's Secrets. These women about to smell like chicken nuggets and excuses. So it's gonna get real bad out here. Yeah, like a bunch of them said they closing their stores because of this thing. So y'all gonna have to come up with something else. But anyway, that's besides the point.
I tried to get a job in there. They wouldn't let me get a job in there when I was like,
you applied there too?
Yeah. They were not having that shit. They was like, nope.
Yeah, I tried to get in the stock room. They was like, nah.
And that's what I said. I'm like, let me get a stock room job. And because I'm out there, like, you know how back in the day, that's where all the baddies used to work. I don't know what's happened since then. Times have changed. But
the secret is out.
Yeah, the secret is out, and they all got other jobs somewhere. But these be some really, really good-looking women that work in Victoria's Secret. And, of course, as a guy, I was probably like 17, 18 or whatever. I'm thinking, okay, I can get a job in here. There's a bunch of young ladies in here. Who would you rather have tells you that you look good in a bra? Or look good in a little lingerie robe or whatever? Some lady or a man?
Well, women can do that. Women can do that.
But it's like, look, do you want a man telling you look good, or you want a woman telling you that you look good in that? That
I can't
was my
call
17-year-old mind thinking that.
Yeah. And it makes sense to us, but women will do that. Hey, girl, come to Victoria's Secret me so I can pick out something for my man. I can't be, hey, Marcus, I need some boxes, bro. Let's ride. Let's hit them all up.
Said we was gonna go boxing.
He gonna pull up with gloves and be like, "You had to have been saying boxing, because I know you didn't say that other wild shit to me."
No,
like,
if you did, then we are boxing.
Like, well, we boxing now, so
no, I tried it, but it didn't work out. They told me the same thing. They're like, we had stockroom positions, but they're filled now. You know, it's the summertime. I'm like, nobody working back there.
Yeah, nobody. I'd be the stockroom dude bringing out one pair of drawers at a time.
In my teeth.
Yeah. And a lot of them OnlyFans videos, the girls that do play with themselves in public places, usually they in the Victoria's Secret dressing room.
It's nice, intimate lighting. I can see that. That's why I used to play with myself at.
In their dressing room. Women were here.
So was I. I came here too.
They got underwear on sale. Nah.
Make this whole closet sticky.
Man. Oh my god.
Sorry. What we gonna talk about? My bad.
Oh man. You ever go to your girl to Victoria's Secret?
No, why would I get in trouble like that? Why would I get in trouble like that?
You got to keep your eyes to yourself.
Well, no, because if we back then when we would go and get the the line was you go into Victoria's Secret, you walking around. And, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? Yeah, I'm looking for some lotion for my mom. Right?
Nobody's ever in Victoria's Secret getting something for their mom. That Bath and Body Works. That's the lie, right?
So yeah, man, I used to go in there with that line, like, yeah, I'm trying to get something for my mom, And there's never any women in there, like never any really good-looking women in there. You go back in Victoria's Secret with your girl if you want to.
Yeah.
They hit the buzzer. All the bad bitches come out. Like, oh, all y'all need drawers today, and none of y'all wore any. Ain't that amazing? I'm telling you, man. Nah, I don't go to Vicky's Secret. Nah, you go ahead, go up in there. I'm finna go to Lids.
Lids.
Look at some hats. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when it's time for you to go in all the guy stores that they don't want to go in. So yeah. But you gotta get that QT in, man. You gotta spend that quality time with Bae. So what if she just wants you next to her? You gotta speak her love language, man.
I'm not.
You gotta learn her love language. And understand
I did that shit.
The love languages?
Yeah, I did it.
Who got you to? Okay.
No, I did it for me. So
this is interesting. Let's take this turn.
It's maybe a week ago.
All right.
Actually, I wrote my shit down. Hold on a second.
Okay, I got mine written down too because I did it a long time ago. For those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, there's a book for context. We're going away from our toxic male conversation that we were having. Yeah. Y'all love that word toxic now. The 5 Love Languages book. I read it. I ended up doing it for myself as well. Actually, after talking to a therapist, what happened was she hit me with I think your love language is da da da. And I was like, I've heard about this book. And she said, I think you should read it on your own. And yes, I did say therapist. Some black men do enjoy therapy. I haven't been in a while, but at the time,
go let somebody look in your head. Go let somebody look in your head, man.
Yeah,
get
you
that
really
shit out the way.
You really do. And I haven't been in a while, but I needed it when I went. I really did.
Because you got this podcast now, nigga. That's why. That's where you get all this shit off.
I'm getting it out now. But I did it, and I don't regret doing it. I will say that. I do think that there's some shit about the book that people take too literally, and people take the love languages too literally. But I'm going to get into that. I'm real curious at the fact you did it. Yeah. So just before you even get into it, what did it say was your top 2?
My top 2 were some bull. Hold on a second.
Some bulls.
All right.
Don't be like that, Marcus.
I'm not. I'm gonna be very open with this shit.
All right.
So, words of affirmation is my number 1.
That's number 1. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Quality time was my number 2. And a close second, number 3 was acts of service.
If you ask most females, they would say that all men's is physical touch because they equate physical touch with sex for us.
Right. Yeah.
And
of course you do.
That wasn't mine either. It's interesting. Yours is interesting to me, like for real.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna get into that. My number 1 was acts of service.
Okay.
Acts of service. My 2 and 3 were tied.
All right.
With quality time and physical touch.
Okay.
The Volvo. Then words of affirmation, and the last one was the gifts, giving gifts or receiving gifts rather. So what yours should say about you from what the book says, right, is you want a female to constantly let you know that you're great because that words of affirmation is your number 1. Would you say that's true?
No.
You need that. I am number 1.
I don't need that. I don't need no Nelly Riley. I don't. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm gonna hold myself, not physically. I'm gonna hold.
Thank you.
Back until you have said what you. No, that is not my thing. Having somebody tell me how great I am.
Okay, so what is words of affirmation to you? I guess is what I'm asking.
even according to the quiz, words of affirmation was having someone tell you that they love you, that they appreciate you. Those were the two terms that they kept using. It wasn't having someone tell you that you're outstanding, having someone compliment you on your looks. Well, I think there was one question that said that, like, would you like your significant other to tell you that you look nice, right? There was one question that was like that, but most of the other questions that had anything to do with that came in the tone of being appreciated. Do you want somebody to tell you that they appreciate you or that they love you?
Okay, so you did the test, but you didn't read the book.
No, I didn't read the book.
Okay, all right. This makes sense. I'm gonna explain what that was, the bulk of what they meant by words of affirmation. But okay,
they gave you a whole little fucking thing after it was over.
They give you a thing, and in the book they do make it a sticking point to let you know that words of affirmation isn't her like coming in and telling you you're amazing and stuff like that. Words of affirmation is as simple
only
as
after sex.
Yeah, only. That's when you get told you're amazing all the time.
It's amazing.
I love this vain motherfucker here. Not the dick vein, like vain. Him, he's vain. So the she cooked, and you let her know you appreciated that she cooked.
Yes, that's
which
great.
I think everybody should do. You know, like not like every day I gotta like kiss your ass, and you don't want to get to the point where it's complacent. Like she better have cooked, but just to be, hey, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's as simple as that should be to me.
And that's where
I don't think it needs. Yeah, it don't have to be a big, drawn out thing. You know what I'm saying?
But my issue with this whole thing is, it's bullshit.
Tell me more. What you talking about? The book, the whole love languages as a whole.
It's bullshit. If this test is any reflection of the book, I'll never read it. Here's why.
Okay, go ahead. I read it, so go ahead.
So I started the quiz, right? I started the quiz, and when you go on there and start taking the quiz, it's like married or couple quiz on the left. Then across from there is the teens quiz, and then diagonally from there is the quiz for the child, and then across from that one is the quiz for single people. So I was like, well, let me take the single thing, right? Let me take a single quiz and see what that looks like.
Right.
So I'm halfway through that quiz. I'm like, well, these questions are fucking stupid. Like they don't. These are the lamest, most shallow surface questions that there are.
Well, I think they're designed to be that way.
So maybe if I go to the married or couples quiz, it'll be different. I get halfway through and I'm saying to myself, these are the same goddamn questions. So why the fuck are the questions the same for fucking single people as they are for married people?
That's two different.
That doesn't make fucking sense at all. It makes no sense. Okay, hold on, because I wrote down some questions that pissed me off. Hold on a second.
I knew this test was going to trigger you if you ever did it. I remember us talking about this a long time ago. You was like, I'm never doing that shit. So, yeah, but go ahead.
Hold on. It says, my partner does something practical to help me out. What the fuck does practical mean?
What's complicated?
Look up the definition of practical. Because practical can be objective. And I'm going to help you out right now. When you look at that definition of practical, if you're Googling right now on all your phones,
yep, I am.
Listen, it's not going to, that word in context of this question makes zero fucking sense.
Practical.
Go ahead.
Of or concerned with the actual doing or use of something, rather than with theory and ideas. What? Hold up.
Yes. I'll go on. All
right, go ahead.
What the fuck? It says someone saying that they're proud of you, or someone that helps you with a task what's more meaningful? Why can't you have both? Why can't someone say, I'm proud of you? Why can't you appreciate that and also appreciate someone helping you with some shit?
Okay, but see, you're missing the point of the damn question. They're asking you which one is more valuable inside of it. Yes.
More
meaningful, rather.
Both? Like, shouldn't
you
have
can
both?
have both. You're not answering the You're not answering the question.
What are you talking about?
Out of the question, which part of it is more important to you? They're trying to lead to find.
To me. Both of these
which one's more important? Which one's more important?
I don't have to make a decision on what's more important to me or not in a relationship. If
yes,
I want both of these things, I can have both of these things.
You're not in a relationship with the test, though.
We're gonna get, but you're supposed to take this to your relationship. You're supposed to take this away from this test to your life, and we're gonna get to that shit in just a second.
Yes, I think that you're being so analytical inside the question that you can't answer the question.
I think that's what happened.
But so, which one did you pick out of the two?
I can't remember.
Okay, move on.
I think helps me with tasks. Help me with the tasks is what I picked.
Acts of service. That's where that's leading you towards.
Which was my number 2, I think. Don't interrupt while I'm talking or gift giving. I think these
are. Don't you dare talk while I'm handing you this present.
Don't say shit. Like, yo, don't interrupt while I'm talking. I just thought that was a funny pair that they put up there because they're making you choose at that point. They're making you choose.
That's exactly what they're doing.
They're making you either you don't want this motherfucker talking to you while you talking, or you want this motherfucker to give you a so everyone's choosing gift there, which I think is stupid.
I'm gonna give you this present, but don't you say shit.
You better not say shit, Patterson. All right, so what the fuck was this one? My handwriting was bad right here. My partner gives me a hug after being separated or being told you're appreciated. Why can't both of those things be important to you?
It's not asking you if they both are important to you. Which one is more important to you?
Both of them are more important to me. And here's why I'm saying this test is fucked up.
You don't know how to answer questions.
I answered all the questions, and they're all stupid. You're making me make a decision, and this is where people are fucking this up at. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody that took this fucking test and you treat it like a goddamn horoscope sign, you're fucking up, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what people are doing with this shit is when you take this shit with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, as soon as the shit goes a little bit, let's do it like this. Your test says you like words of affirmation. You like for somebody to tell you that they're proud of you. Somebody tells you that they care about you. All that shit. Somebody tells you that they love you. You like those things, right?
Right.
But your bottom one is physical touch, right? So as soon as intimacy is lacking, or as soon as the hugs are lacking, you say, look, like, why don't we we don't hold hands anymore. You don't rub my back anymore. Like, we don't do none of that shit. They turn around and say, well, the test said that your physical touch was a 10 and your words of affirmation was a 30.
Okay, this will be a part where
they've weaponized the test against you.
Weaponized.
So it turned into a weapon. They weaponized the shit.
I get where you're saying. And ladies, if you're listening right now, I hope I bet they've never heard men talk about this book before. I would venture to say. I've heard people say that they took this test with their partner, right? And they were like, this changed our marriage. Okay, when did you take it? Oh, we took it about 4 years ago. Do it again now.
Right.
Because there's a balance to all things in a relationship. Like I said, mine was number 1, acts of service, 2, 3, quality time, physical touch, then words of affirmation, gifts last. I don't need shit from you. Not for real. But the reason gifts was last for me is because at the time I took the test, it was the thing that was the least important to me. Right. So if you're with somebody and they see acts of service and quality time, for me anyway, is your number 1 and 2, that's the shit they're going to focus on. But so guess what starts to lack? Just because something is somebody's number 5 don't mean they don't want that shit at all.
Yeah.
Right? So if you ask them again in 3 more months, this list might be completely different. And now they have a different priority because their needs are being met differently because of this test that you weaponized. So you got to constantly reinvent. You got to constantly learn your partner. You got to constantly figure it out.
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't think it's as bullshit as like when Steve Harvey did the think like a man like a shit. Yeah, I don't think it's as bullshit as that because from reading the book, and I know you didn't read the book, there was some points in there that I absolutely love. But I'm gonna tell you, the dude, and I can't think of his name right now, that wrote the book, he puts inside of the book these parts where he'll tell you where like stuff he did with couples and how he got to fix them, and I was like, well, no wonder everybody kept going back to this therapist. My favorite one in the book was this woman that was like, my husband doesn't really like spending a lot of time with me. And he's always on edge when he comes home and this and that. And he was like, so what do you do? She's like, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. And he asked her how their sex life was. And he was like, well, he does complain that we don't do it enough. And it's always tension when we do. So he said, well, here's my suggestion to you. I listened to it on audio. He a cool ass, like Bill Clinton voice ass dude, you know? So if you know what I'm saying? He's like, so here's what I think you should do when he comes home for about, will you do an experiment with me? I bet that's how Bill hit Monica. Like, so she was like, sure, I'll try anything because I love him and I want to fix my marriage, right? She said, for a month, without complaints or any ill will, I want you to have dinner ready. But when he comes home, and before bed, I want you to make love to your husband every day for a month. And if at a minimum, at least offer it to him in a nice way that doesn't make him feel pressure.
At least offer it to him.
Right.
He
goes on in the book to be like, so she told me she tried it. And then she came back and talked to me the next month.
Right.
She said her marriage was never better. I bet. Have
dinner ready and suck his dick.
That's it.
Easy peasy.
That's all it takes. Like, and then, but this is the way that he wrapped it up back to bring it to the book.
Right.
Was after he was getting those 2 needs met, he would come in the house energized from work, and knowing she cooked, he would immediately jump in and help with dishes. That was something he never did before.
He's trying to get his dick sucked.
He didn't like, man, I'm gonna get my dick, suck on dick or something. Suck on dick or something.
That's what it is, though.
But if you want to take
it's a reward.
No, I didn't even take it as a reward. I took it as a reciprocation of effort. Yes, those were the things he was missing, but because he was getting what he needed, he didn't mind stepping up to do more for her. A reciprocation of effort will save your marriage every time, y'all. Every time. Okay. That's all it takes. All you got to do is be doing the most. If you're in your partner doing the most, you say in the right place.
In the right place.
Yeah. Yes. Not doing the most in like the annoying way we was talking, but like if you know what they like and what they're into, and you can meet them and they can match you for it, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And I felt like what was happening was she was sitting at home, not doing nothing, and he come home and then he still had to be like, I can't even get no food around this motherfucker. And then he also got to go beg for some ass, and he got tired of it. I think that's what happened. But it was funny to me that he was like, you just need to go home and fuck, right? But he put it in such a smooth way that it didn't come across that way, you know?
Well, because he's got a book and it says, I'm Dr. Gary something or other.
Gary, so that's his name.
So people are going to listen, right? So it's like, oh, okay, well, he says then he wrote these 5 love languages and et cetera, et cetera. That must be a thing. Let me do what Gary says to do. What I think is that people are taking this test wrong. I think that what you should do, you're taking it wrong. If you're gonna take this bullshit at all, I think if you're gonna take it, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or spouse or whatever, what you should do is have them take the test twice. They take it for themselves. And they take it for what they think your answers will be.
Ooh.
And then the other person does the same thing. Take it for themselves and take it for you. and you switch off, what do you think my love language is? Like, what am I giving? Because people might be saying things or doing things and thinking that they're projecting a certain language.
Right.
But they're not doing it in a way where the other person is picking up what they're putting down. So if you fuck around
I've never heard that before. See,
if you fuck around
this is why.
And take that shit, and I'm gonna take it for you, you take it for me. And let's see what we end up with. Because I might think you like to get dick down, but you just might like, you know what I'm saying, for me to give you little trinkets and shit, from little shot glasses from when I come back from traveling. Shit like that. You might like little gifts. I don't know that. But I think you like sex because you are overly aggressive about sex. That could be maybe tunnel vision on me.
Right.
Who knows? But yeah, that would be a great way to retake that test. Hey Gary, that's for you. I want my royalties too, nigga. If you take that idea and you put it in your new book.
He just gave you some words of affirmation, Gare.
Gare.
So now
Gare
you know what
Bear.
to do. Gare. I wonder if his wife calls him Gare Bear. I would hate myself. Don't call me that.
She probably called the nigga the love doctor.
That's like, I hate it when people call me Sammy. That don't ever call me that shit, man. Like, that is horrible.
I was gonna mess with you one day about that, but I decided not to.
I appreciate it. Did you ever have a girl like try and give you like an annoying like pet name?
Man, I have a homegirl of mine, and she's great. I've known her forever. Went to school with her, and she calls me Markiki. And I'm
Markiki.
I'm like, yo, you gotta relax, man.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nasty.
You gotta chill.
Yeah,
she hasn't said it in a long time, but that's what she like in high school, and every now and again when she's probably been drinking and feeling pretty good, she'd be like, Markiki. I'm like, yo, I probably shouldn't have said that on this podcast, actually.
Hey, I mean, we can mute it, but I'm not. So,
but I'm
yeah,
not.
I did too, man. Like, I had a boss. He's an ugly ass boss, and he'd like Sammy. Like he'd say my name. Huh? I think you do.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think you do.
Never mind.
Hey, Sammy.
You mean I'm thinking about people that we know that breathe hard.
I think you know who he is. Anyway, after that, like he killed it. A girl like called me Sammy during sex, and like it just went completely soft. I was like, this is a problem now. I know now. But yeah, don't call me Sammy. But you know what? I get annoyed when I hear other people call other people ugly ass nicknames. Like
tell me about it.
Like my homeboy Charles, I got that's my homeboy and my best female friend. Whenever I hear her speak his name, she'll be like, "Hi, Charlie." I'm like, that is not his fucking name. That is so disgusting. Like, I don't know.
The right emphasis.
I think that's what it is. It's Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Like, I'm like, yeah, yo, Charlie.
Yeah. You gotta put something on the end of that thing.
You gotta say it like you need him to help you fix your engine. Like something that sounds like you need him. Like, hey, Charlie. Like, I hate it, man. I hate it. She gonna kill me. Anyway.
It's all good.
Yo,
it's all good.
Let's get up out of here, man.
Yo, before we go.
Oh, what's up?
So, something just came across the headlines. All right now.
All right, what's up? This just in with MP.
That's right.
With Markiki.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wholeheartedly apologize.
All right. Not to end on this note, but this is how we're going to go out right now. This is probably good news for a lot of people that care about this case. So, William Bryan Jr., the man who recorded the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery, has been arrested.
Yes. Yeah, put some round of applause in there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Get your ass in jail, motherfucker.
Yeah,
never mind.
That's
Sorry,
good news. That's real good news.
But
No. You're not even ending on a sour note. I wanted to tell y'all that's listening on your Spotify's, your Apples, wherever you're listening to podcasts, or if you're watching us on YouTube. Besides the fact that I appreciate you, I don't want to be that podcast that talks about some shit that was tragic because it was hot, and then we don't follow up. So
straight up,
as we get new news on this case, we're always going to bring it up. If it's a downer to you, I don't know what to tell you, but this shit is real life. So imagine having to live it and worry about it. But yeah. Thank y'all for listening, man. I think we just had a great pod. I'm really, really happy that we got to do this shit today.
Yeah.
We back at y'all every single Sunday, man. I'm the comedian you love to hate. Sam Ridley here with my man Marcus Palmer.
That's right.
Please listen with an open mind when you come through. join the Illegal Opinions podcast group because we always cracking in there, man. It's been some of the funnest shit the last couple of weeks. Those of you that follow me on my other social media that are like, you've been quiet lately. I haven't. We've been in there having a blast.
It's been cracking over there.
It really has.
Yeah.
Illegal Opinions podcast group on Facebook, man. It is nuts. Make sure you follow on the Instagrams and everything too. But we in there, and that's where you can interact with us directly every now and then. So thank y'all so much for listening, man. We're going to get up out of here. Appreciate you. Peace out.
Peace.